more and more of the physics are starting to become a problem for the environmentalists. So now there are mandates to just have things work a certain way. Kind of doesn't matter if they have these mandates. Okay, there is no, well, if we just subsidize, like we subsidized this and eventually it became affordable. Well, the problem is that at some point, you have a technology that it could conceivably work. The electric car at present cannot. It can only work if you live in a relatively small area. It could work in a place basically about the size of the size and the density of something like New York or San Francisco or Portland. You were to corral people into cities, into small 100 to 200,000 people cities, similar to like Rockford, Illinois or something, or even Eugene, Oregon. Even though in Eugene, Oregon, this would only work within the boundaries thereof. And only because there's only so much commerce. Because once you have traffic, all of this ends. And you also are going to have a level of quality assurance that is airtight. Because when batteries fail, the failure is catastrophic. Yeah, I mean, you have things that are just malfunctions that are because there's so little of it that's actually mechanical. So you'll never be able to repair an electric car. That's one of the things. There's no really repairing them because they're not really mechanical like a internal combustion motor. You will never really be able to make it more like truly efficient. It's at the height of its efficiency once you get it. Like with an internal combustion motor, there are things you can do afterward to make it more efficient. Especially the older the vehicle, the more you could alter its guts, and because they were made so that you could do that, and they would have aftermarket parts. So it was genius. That was the true market. That actually is a true market when you have aftermarket parts. That's why so many Japanese cars are on the road. This is why the Japanese only very recently have even humored looking into electric cars. They're on the Mizai thing, not yet. And with the United States, the issue that too many people have, because this is also the fundamental flaw of all United States people who are climate change enviro dorks. They never deal with how many people are there, how large are the 48 contiguous states, how far apart do people live, and then on average, and then when you go into, and then in groups, like where do people live? So most people don't realize that anyone in college is trying to become middle class. The middle class dream is to have a semi-separated to separated home from other people. A lot of people end up living even like out, quote unquote, outside of town. That's the sign of success in a liberal blue enclave developed completely around the fake economy of a college. All of these people, they've made it because they have property outside of town, and they've developed it in some way. So that's the goal. That's really kind of the goal people are going for anyway. So it's kind of silly when people are like, oh yeah, an electric car. So they'll be like, oh no, but I have a Tesla. And it's like, because you fundamentally are in a class of some of the wealthiest people in the United States, like of sorts. For most people in really the parts of the United States that it's truly like that poor, lagging in poverty, the combustion motor vehicle is it. There is no choice when it comes to electrical. And the way the physics are starting to work out, it's not going to be possible for about 20 years. And the reason why is because they have the cars have no life. They don't really last that long. Yeah, the replacement of stuff what it costs to replace things. When they go wrong, the wrong is catastrophic. And then if you were to try to truly replace combustion motor vehicles with electric, if you were to try to match the numbers, you end up then with the quality assurance problem. And what's the biggest problem with quality? The batteries explode. Not only do they explode, but they explode and then they proceed to light everything around them on fire and spray molten burning chemicals all over the place. Normal cars like smolder. They don't even explode. Electric vehicles explode like movie. You could literally, like, you probably can't design a scene for a movie like what you see when these cars catastrophically fail and burst into flames. Then there's the pray to God it's not in a parking garage. I've seen these. This is happening all over China. All over China, their electric vehicles are bursting into flames. Their electric bikes are bursting into flames. Like the electric bike's battery will blow up and like destroy like a whole building. Like they'll start, because you can't put the shit out. It's a chemical fire. You need something specific to put that shit out. Tesla has special fire units, supposedly. Yeah, it's just, and then when you look into, they're saying, oh, there's going to be trucks, there's going to be construction vehicles. They just don't have the engine power. They literally can't do what you need them to do. They can't get the power. They don't have enough power. They can't generate enough impulse. That's what it is. They can't generate enough impulse power. If I remember, or impulse is what I think the idea is. They can't push fundamentally, which really means that they can't rotate something against versus gravity, and that's the key. And then that's the thing, is versus gravity, because they're already so heavy. We've been able to make combustion motor vehicles lighter and lighter and lighter, to the point where now they're so light they're almost dangerous. But the thing is, like the what was that one car back in the day? It looked like a potato, like you cut a potato in half and put wheels on it. The Miata, and it was just so tiny. It would just get, the people inside of it would just get absolutely just totally crushed to death in accidents. So the Miata ended up being this thing that was like, became less and less popular. But yeah, so it was just some thoughts I was having about that. Yeah, and the enviro dorks don't really science.